Don't you feel it? It's like the harder you try to start a conversation, the sooner it ends. You say, "Hi, how are you?" And boom, it's over. But at the same time, another person comes into the group, says just a few words, and suddenly, everyone's attention is on them. Do you think it's about looks or more confidence? No way, the issue is more serious than that. Their words somehow have value. The secret of their work is not in being talkative. It is in saying little but saying something valuable. John Gottman, a psychologist who has worked on relationships for years, has concluded that real attraction comes from genuine attention, not from showing off. Today, I also want to teach you 6 simple keys and a mindset so you can strengthen this genuine attention within yourself and attract people like a magnet, completely real and without any pretense. Just one important note. Listen carefully to the 4th principle because it's both difficult and often misunderstood. Principle 1. Tell me more. Imagine the situation. Someone says with excitement, "I just signed up for a cooking class, and I love it." What's the first thing we do? Either we tell our own story, "I took a pastry class last year," or we start giving advice. "You should definitely buy this type of pot." In that very moment, all attention shifts away from them. Now imagine instead, you just say, "Tell me more," and then you just stay quiet and truly listen. Not to reply, not to seem smart, just to understand what this experience means to them. This is where real connection begins. Most people spend their whole lives waiting for someone to come and really listen to them. When they find such a person, they never forget them. Carl Rogers, the famous psychologist, says, "Deep listening is the rarest and most beautiful gift you can give someone. By doing this, you're telling the other person, 'Your feelings are so important to me that I'll be silent to fully understand you.' When you talk less and listen deeply, people won't say after the conversation, 'How helpful so-and-so was.' Instead, they'll say, 'When I talked to them, it was as if for the first time someone truly understood me.' And that's the very feeling that makes a relationship strong and lasting." Principle 2. I don't know. Why is it so hard? Because from childhood, we've been taught that "I don't know" means stupidity or incompetence. We've been taught that our value lies in what we know. But this belief is wrong. Brené Brown reminds us, courage is to be completely yourself, not flawless. Saying "I don't know" is the peak of this courage. With this, you're saying, "I am human, I have limitations, and I'm not ashamed of it." This is the key to real connection. When you can confidently say you don't know something, the other person subconsciously believes that if you do know something else, you must be telling the truth. Your power comes from this honesty, not from a pile of information. And this very act gives others permission to be their real selves too. Principle 3. That seems tough. What's the scenario? Someone has come to you talking about a real pain. They've failed, their heart is broken, they've lost their job. Our instinct immediately wants to play the hero. "Don't worry, I'll tell you what to do." Or, "I also had a time when..." But Dr. Brené Brown gives a beautiful explanation. Empathy means going down into the dark well of the other person's feelings, sitting beside them, and just saying, "I know it's dark here, and it's scary. I'm here with you." So, instead of all the advice, just say, "Wow, that seems really tough." That's it. With this, you're saying, "I see your feeling, and I accept it." This way, the other person doesn't have to defend themselves. They don't want a solution from you. They want the peace you provide with your presence. Principle 4. The power of silence. Many people get flustered when silence falls. They think it means losing, so they fill the space with an irrelevant joke or talk about the weather. But silence is not a sign of defeat at all. It's a sign of power. Look at that calm, quiet person in the group. They don't talk much, but when they do speak, everyone goes quiet and listens. Why? Because their silence shows that what they are about to say is important and has been thought about. Carl Jung says, "Sometimes, excessive talking is just fear of silence." People who are at peace with themselves don't feel the need to fill every second with sound. They see silence as a space full of attention and power. When you learn not to fear silence, you stop fearing yourself. You become a better listener, you think more clearly, and your words become more impactful. When you master this, people will eagerly wait for you to start speaking. Principle 5. I see your strength. Have you ever told someone, "I see your strength"? This phrase is much more powerful than a simple thank you. Thank you is for what they've done, but "I see your strength" is for who they are as a person. It means you're saying, "I see what a valuable person you are." When you affirm someone's character and essence, you strengthen their confidence and sense of worth at the deepest level. Eric Fromm believed that people's greatest fear is to be overlooked and for their existence not to be affirmed. Appreciating someone's being fulfills their deepest spiritual need. Save this phrase for special moments. When you admire someone for their integrity, honesty, or resilience, this human, non-material perspective creates a bond that isn't transactional. In an era where everything has a price, seeing value that cannot be priced requires courage. Principle 6. Know the hardest yet most liberating word. Imagine you're in a busy work week, and a friend asks you to help with their personal project. You're tired and have a lot to do, but out of fear of ruining the relationship or out of pity, you say, "Sure, okay." This superficial yes is, deep down, a big no to your rest, to your important work, to your progress. Dr. Henry Cloud, a specialist in relationships and boundaries, has a golden rule. If we don't say no to the wrong things, we can't say yes to the truly important things. Setting boundaries doesn't drive people away. It actually attracts the right ones. Those who only want to use you will naturally fade away, and those who respect your existence will stay, and your relationship with them will deepen. You'll see how your subsequent yes become more conscious and valuable. The end. All 6 of these principles, listening, saying "I don't know," non-judgmental empathy, conscious silence, genuine appreciation, and respectful boundary setting, have one thing in common: real presence. Real attractiveness is achieved through authenticity, not pretense. And attractiveness isn't achieved by adding tricks, but by subtracting masks and fears, reducing the need to impress others, reducing the fear of rejection. The moment you stop acting, people finally start paying attention to you. Not just to your words, but to you when you say them. If this video changed your perspective on connecting with others, leave me a comment about which one of the 6 you want to start practicing. And if you want us to help each other with personal development, subscribe to our channel, where we work on protecting our peace and strengthening our minds, day by day.